All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Atlanta Falcons. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready. 55, Mike. 45. Defense wins championships, baby. Rush in. Let's go. Come on. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Whip. Watch the whip. 61. Match box. Right. Safety 3.
They'll run on first down. Bowman.
I got you, boy.
Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Okay, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
To throw on second down. Fields. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The tally there, minus 2 yards. Brings up third down.
And it's third down.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12.
Tight end's right. Head, Jim. Yeah, 3 down.
From the gun, Fields. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Let's go, baby.
18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, D.
On first down, it's Bowman, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Mike. So we got man. 53's to Mike. 53. Check 53. Watch the screen.
Operating from the gun. Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Slam. Shift.
From the gun, Fields. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down. And I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Quit talking about it.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ready, ready, ready. 53 is the mic. Come on.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Kill, kill, kill.
Squeeze, squeeze, get in there.
Slam, slam.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Leo, check out.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Mike. Cut.
No, off. Gone. Check. You're out. Watch twist. Go.
They're going to look to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Good defense holds them to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Falcons 7, Bears nothing.
Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. Early lead in that one for the Packers. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Second and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
3 down, 3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40.
Keep playing hard.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
4 down. Kill.
Back to throw. Fields. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
Ball trot. 45's the mic. 65. 65.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
No surprise there, Gawdofterror Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check 3.
Check 50. Check 50.
Tighten up.
Hey, switch gears.
On 3rd down, Fields. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this one is right down the middle. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
Kill.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. They go play action here on first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Coming.
Lock it. Watch the safety creep.
Shift.
Ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. In for the score. And the Falcons push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. 3 down.
Throwing again. Fields. He finds Taylor. Complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike, 53. Watch the slap. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Bandit.
Operating from the gun. Fields able to shake him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Fields. Caught by Wilson. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You're going to see me in your nightmares. Let's go.
From the gun, Fields.
Here we go.
And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for number 37. Incomplete.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Let's tear you up. Don't get nervous. 25, check 25, check 25.
53 to Mike. 53, check 53.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
The final shot before break. Fields. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. Always got some breathing room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Number 53, Mike 53. Hey, let's get some penetration. Zoom, fellas, let's go. Penetration.
Mike, 53. 50.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one. It's caught at the 10. A gain of 32 that time. Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Exit. Check, go. 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
53's the Mike.
Ready.
Back to throw.
Check.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown.
Give me the ball every time, fellas.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try. Get back to where you were to start the half.
You got him. You got him.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
I got you, son. He's coming.
Here's 2nd and 8. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Switch.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And Wilson has it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Motion.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
SOS.
Back to throw. Fields. He completes it to Wilson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
I got you, boy. Check 3. Ready, go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Bears.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run on first down. Milton. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Out. Switch.
To throw on 3rd down. Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Go. Watch the slant. Motion. Off.
On 4th down, Fields looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Score, baby. That's it, huh?
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Come on now, let's go.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Off the play fake. Fields. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Here we go. Set. Here we go. 50. Hey. Here I come. Check, 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 check. Check, check. On. Twist. Set. Go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That escapes the sack. Wiggles free. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We call that
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
On first down, Fields. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Going to give this time to the tailback. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Watch the pass. Kill.
On fourth down, Fields. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 45. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Set. 8. Read. 53. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Go. That ball, defense. Kill.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, but it's going to be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check. Shift. Watch the
Squeeze. Get in there.
check now.
Leo.
Check safety.
Let's go.
Watch edge.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. With touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Fields. Finding room, and now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Falcons grab it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Quick the edge. Go.
On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the time they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
Blue dark corkers.
They'll look to throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I tell you, Charles, You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well at hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 out block. Tight. Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right.
3 down. 3 down. Buzz. Here we go. Watch 7. Watch 7. Watch 7. Ready, go.
2nd and 11.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Oh, wait. Hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Down. 15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie. Alpha.
31's the mic. It's going to be a long... Ready.
Looking to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Charles